Imagine waking up at 8 years old and walking to the mirror like any normal kid. But the face staring back isn't a child's face. It's the face of an 80-year-old man, deep wrinkles around the eyes, loose, sagging skin. Almost no hair left, a body that already feels old and tired. And this isn't a nightmare, and this isn't special effects. This is the daily reality for children born with progeria, the rare genetic curse that makes kids age 10 times faster than normal and die of old age by 14. One single letter mistake in the LMNA gene turns a normal childhood into the ultimate biological horror story. These children feel every ache, every pain, every heartbreak of old age while they're still in elementary school. Today we're telling the full, heartbreaking story of progeria, how one tiny genetic error steals an entire lifetime in just a few short years. Stage 1, progeria, or Hutchinson-Gilford progeria syndrome, is caused by a single spelling mistake in the LMNA gene on chromosome 1. That gene produces a protein called lamin A, the scaffolding that holds every cell nucleus together. In progeria, the mutated gene creates a toxic protein called progerin. Progerin builds up and rips the cell apart from the inside. The result? The entire body ages at lightning speed. The first stage begins almost right after birth. The baby looks normal at delivery. Parents are overjoyed, but within months the warning signs appear. Hair starts falling out in patches. Skin becomes thin and shiny. The baby fails to gain weight properly. By age 1 or 2, the child already looks noticeably different from other toddlers. Parents notice the head looks large for the body, the jaw is small, and the eyes appear bigger than normal. This is when families first realize something is terribly wrong. Stage 2 is when the real nightmare explodes, usually between ages 2 and 5. The aging suddenly accelerates to 10 full years every single month. Wrinkles form around the eyes and mouth overnight. The skin loses all elasticity and starts to sag. Veins become clearly visible through the paper-thin skin. The face takes on that classic old man look. Prominent eyes, beaked nose, and small chin. Body fat completely disappears, making the child look skeletal. Their voice becomes high-pitched and weak because even the vocal cords are aging. They begin walking with a stiff shuffle. Arthritis sets in at an age when most kids are just learning to ride bikes. The world starts staring. Other children ask questions. The emotional weight begins to crush the family. By stage 3, between ages 5 and 10, the body completely betrays them. Joints lock up from severe contractures. Fingers, elbows, knees, and hips become stiff and painful. Osteoporosis makes bones brittle. Even a small fall can cause fractures. The spine curves. The hips dislocate easily. Heart disease begins showing up with high blood pressure and chest pain. Many children need wheelchairs by age 8. They watch other kids run and play while they struggle just to stand. School becomes harder. Friends start to drift away. The children know they look different. They feel every single day of their body failing them while their minds stay sharp and young. Stage 4 is the final chapter, ages 10 to 14. The cardiovascular system is now completely destroyed. The heart muscle weakens. Blood vessels become stiff and narrow. Heart attacks and strokes become almost inevitable. Most children die between 12 and 14 from the same causes that kill 80-year-olds. They remain mentally sharp until the very end. They understand exactly what is happening to them. They watch their own bodies shut down while their minds stay completely aware. It is the cruelest form of being trapped inside a dying shell. These children are not just medical cases, they are warriors. Sam Berns lived to 17 and became the face of the disease. He played drums in a band, went to school, and gave a TED Talk watched by millions. His message was simple. Be okay with what you can't do and focus on what you can do. Sam passed in 2014, but his foundation still funds research today. Hayley Okines from the UK also lived to 17. She wrote a book called Old Before My Time and underwent more than 30 surgeries. She traveled the world raising awareness with a smile that lit up every room. Hayley passed in 2015, but her mother continues the fight. Other brave children like Megan from the United States and Aditya from India never made it past 14, but their families shared their stories so the world could see the daily courage these kids show. Every single one of them lived with more strength in a few short years than most people experience in a lifetime. The science is both simple and terrifying. One letter change in 3 billion creates toxic progerin that destroys cell after cell. The scaffolding of life breaks down. Every tissue, skin, bones, blood vessels, heart, ages rapidly. Families live in constant fear. Every cold could turn into pneumonia. Every fall could break a bone. Meals have to be high calorie because the children have almost no body fat. Medical bills are enormous. The emotional toll is even worse. Parents watch their child grow old before their eyes while other parents watch normal milestones. Brothers and sisters grow up knowing their sibling might not be here next year. The whole family lives with a ticking clock that never stops. For decades, there was no treatment. Then came lonafarnib in 2007. This drug blocks the toxic effects of progerin and adds an average of 2.5 extra years of life. Some children are now reaching their late teens and early 20s. Newer gene editing trials using CRISPR are working to silence the mutated gene completely. There is real hope on the horizon. These children are not statistics, they are fighters. They are the strongest souls on Earth. If you've watched this far, I ask you to do one thing: share their stories. Support the Progeria Research Foundation. Talk about these kids. The more people know, the faster we will find a cure. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, comment the word warrior below for every child fighting progeria right now. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another genetic curse story. Next, we're diving into the real vampire disease. Until then, remember, one tiny genetic mistake can change everything. Stay curious, stay kind, and never take a single normal day for granted. Normal